The first thing we're going to cover is the KT-107 control panel. This is the only part of the system that most people will interact with. The first page is just a big black button just to save the screen, but touching it brings us into the home page. It does not power anything on yet. To power anything on, we just have to go into the spaces. If we do separate spaces, you'll see the 3 rooms, 3 spaces with the partitions, and you have projector on and off for that space, and then you have volume control for the microphones, which are labeled, and the video input, whatever you're showing on the projector, you can turn up and down there. The default for these volume controls on startup is 0. That way we don't have any surprises. So after the system takes just a minute to power on, I would recommend powering it on, counting to 10, and then start turning up the microphone that you need. If we go back to the home, it takes us back to the configuration home page. Then we have the button combine spaces, where we can combine all 3. We go back home, combined, we go 2, 3, add 1, and then the opposite of that, of course, is 1, 2, add 3. So in each of these, everything is only powered on when you turn it up or power it on. But when I go back home, it powers everything down to get ready for the next configuration. The computers are laser, the projectors are laser, so it's not going to harm them to power on and instantly power back off. When I do push the power button, it goes back to the black. But what also happens is all of the components in the rack are powered off as well, and the system is put into standby, ready to be powered on again. And actually what I'm doing when I touch it, now it's powering all back on in the rack. So pretty simple interface. Just for future reference, for servicing, you can press the Kramer logo, and you have options to reboot the tablet, which is necessary in some extreme situations. You can go to the home page, and actually takes you to the to the Android home page, where your settings are and all of that. It's not recommended to make its changes, but if you need to service anything, that's how you access that, and then we can go back to Kramer Control, and that's starting back up. When you reboot, the Kramer Control app is the default. I'll go ahead and show you that. Is the default app. It will start open on startup, so you don't have to worry about that. There we go. So it starts up in Kramer Control.